It's been a fantastic start to the season for the Chelsea Hornets. We're sitting at 6-0 right now, which is a testament to the hard work of the players and coaching staff. But we know the job isn't done yet. Thursday night, we have a huge regional game against Spain Park. This one has major implications for us in terms of standings and playoff positioning. So it's critical that we come out focused and execute. Spain Park is a tough team, and we need to bring our best to keep this momentum going. Each week, we've seen tremendous growth from this team. Guys stepping up, learning from mistakes, and improving in all areas. But we know we can't get complacent. It's another opportunity for our guys to test themselves and keep building on the progress they've made. This team is focused, and they know the hard work continues. On this episode of Inside the Hornets Nest, you'll hear from Coach Chris Good as he talks about last week's win and previews this week's matchup against Spain Park. You'll also hear from Caden Summers on the offensive side of the ball and Gabe Penley and none other than my son Luke Beavers from the defensive side of the ball. Buckle up, because Inside the Hornets Nest starts right now.
Well, I was over the last couple of years had a post-grad program that I've been running for like 7 or 8 years, and just got to the point where back and forth from Orange Beach and Gulf Shores, and decided to come back home. And when I came back home, I had met Coach Cassidy at a camp, I think it was probably 2 years ago, and I just came over to see him and say hello, and next thing I know, I was out here coaching. Because I love the coaching staff. I came here for a couple of practices, and I, watched some of the kids, and saw some of the 7-on-7, and I saw a team that looked, real good. So, which they've proven that now with all the games we won. Well, with the coaches that were already here, when I came in, they're doing a great job. A lot of things they're doing, they're doing very well. Especially in the secondary side of the defense. The game plans that we have in is looking good. Secondary is one of those things that it's kind of hit and miss on every team you play, but the guys are learning, and they're doing a good job now. I tell you, every week is always a challenge, no matter who you're playing. You can have a team that's 0-5, 0-6, or whatever, but you still got to plan for that team, because every team you play is a little bit different. It just depends on the preparation we put in. But the guys have done a very good job this week, and preparing for them. There's a lot of every time you play a team, there's always different schemes that they run. But I think we'll do pretty good. Well, anything, just like me playing college NFL ball, it's one of those things where I kind of tell the secondary always, if you go into a game, you're not scared, or you're kind of timid a little bit, then you're not playing football, and I think, the whole team has handled that very well, because, you got to think about it, over the years on some of the games they haven't won, they've been winning this right now. So, that proves that, for stress-wise, or the way they handle it, and the situation is good. Well, when you play in a team, just like Spain Park, with them being, at the record they haven't lost a game, some of the teams they beat, you got to play smart. And, they have a good team, I think they have a couple of guys as D1 players. And so, one of the things I'll challenge is to stay real poised and make sure we do what we're supposed to do.
Beforehand, I just set like a goal of, it was my first time ever playing linebacker, so I was just setting a goal to actually start this year and be able to learn from others that actually knew the position, like Ethan Prickett. And I think this season so far has gone amazing. We've played some challenging teams and a lot of challenging offenses, but so far I think we've been doing amazing. The biggest challenge has been just learning different plays and stuff, because I was a free safety and I was just big on coverage and all that, but now I got to learn how to be able to be good at tackling and just being able to get those big running backs down. After graduation, I plan on becoming a lineman, going to lineman camp. That's probably about 8 weeks that I will be out there doing that. Last week's game, I got a sack, so I think that was probably a very fun time doing that, playing Chilton County, homecoming night, and this place was rumbling with all kinds of people coming up in here and supporting us, and happy to see that Chelsea has become such a supportive place like this. It's been bad for the past 3 years, and just happy to see that more people are coming out and supporting us. And with this game, it's going to be a huge game. Spain Park has a very great offense, some good athletic kids, but I think if we just play hard and play aggressive, that we can come out with a win. In 7A, the leadership would get high during the off season and summer, but then as soon as we started playing harder teams, they just kind of just let down on themselves. Unlike this team that when especially on the field, we'll be down, we'll have a big play that just happened, and we talk together a lot while the game is going on. We just encourage each other while the game is going on, and we build each other up during the game. If one of our DBs messes up, then we all go to them and support them, and we just try to talk through them instead of just trying to let them down. And even defense going over to the offense, we'll go over there and just tell them that, hey, they're doing an amazing job, or hey, y'all got this, and just encourage both sides.
I'd probably say the senior that I've learned the most from is Ethan Prickett, because he's a very smart linebacker and he plays a little offense, so he knows how the offense goes. The biggest thing is that over the summer he really helped me at linebacker, considering I transitioned from free safety last year back to linebacker. So just asking him questions and learning from him and being able to watch him and play with him is very special, and I've learned a lot from him. Starting off with 7A, just the size of the teams we were going against, because they were a lot bigger than us considering that they were 7A and who all goes to their school. And this year with 6A, I'd say the only challenge is the size, because speed, a lot of the linemen in 7A were faster than 6A, but both size, they were both the same in 6A and 7A. So I'd probably say the size of the linemen would be the biggest challenge. It was a very good game, both offense and defense. Offense being able to put up 5 touchdowns and defense only allowing 1 off a busted play, but I think we both played very well, and the message we got at the end of the game was just to keep rolling. You know, big week ahead, short week, so we would have to be able to lock in and be more focused during practice, but that was the main message after the game. I'd say the biggest challenge is their receivers. They have one of the most talented receiving corps in our region, if not the best receiving corps in our region. And there's just a lot of athletes, a lot of big guys, and a lot of talent. But over this week, we've definitely prepared for them and we're ready for them.
Going through middle school, I always play running back, and then once I got here, my freshman year, they moved me to slot receiver, and then bounced around a little bit in between slot and running back. Sophomore year, did the same pretty much, and then this year, going on, starting at slot, I didn't plan on playing as much at running back, but then with Morgan Barnes getting injured early in the season, I've kind of bounced in between a little bit, helping Chase out when he gets tired up on the field. Absolutely size. When it comes to strength, there's only so much I can put on here, but I think I try to stick to speed, and as long as I can get those outside runs, make a couple cuts, I do decently well, get up to the DB level there, and that's pretty good competition there as long as I can get past all the big guys. I just want to come out, make an impact on the younger guys. Me coming in my freshman and sophomore year, I always looked up to Emerson Russell, and he kind of guided me through my first 2 years of high school. And so what I'm looking for is just do that for somebody else. I wanted to play a starting role this year. Luckily, I was able to fill that for the offense, and it's pretty much where I'm going with my goals so far. Well, they have a great D-line core over there. They got some big guys. Luckily, one of the guys that we thought we were going to have a little bit of trouble with will not be playing tomorrow night. Linebacker level, they have some good guys as well as DBs, but I think it'll be a great competition game coming out, receivers versus their DBs. The past two and a half years, there's been so much adversity playing through 7A for 2 years, getting looks on those guys, those 7A schools, big programs that are powerhouses. It's kind of carried into us coming into 6A this year, and this is what we wanted to do. We wanted to take over. We wanted to go 6-0. We've been talking about this 6-0 versus 6-0 game against Spain Park since the summer, and this has been a big goal for the receiver group and the running back room.